Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the copper, platinum and aluminum price prediction based on Elliott Wave. So we're gonna see copper again where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, wave 1 or wave A again finished as an impulse 5 waves, ABC given as a wave 2 or a wave B. Everything is fine so far, therefore we are looking for a wave C or a wave 3 to finish an A, B and a C or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. Meaning, in both case scenario where you are in a wave 3 or a wave C here, you are required to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, we start to get a question mark. Okay, why we are not getting a beautiful wave 3 as an impulse for the copper? So when such a question mark comes in a very strong complex overlapping here, we start to have some doubts, guys. So that because the overlapping here as a wave 3 is not allowed. A wave 3 inside an impulse, whether it is a wave C or it is a wave 3, you are required to have a very healthy, clean 5 waves toward the upside. So far, this is not happening, and that, of course, raised a little bit of a red flag here at the top, where we have reached perfectly the 1.38, 1.23 Fibonacci level, perfect Fib level for a wave B as an expanding flat, meaning the A, W, X, and a wave Y for a wave B here, and you're pushing it down again for a wave C downward. Now, can it be a running flat? Yes, there is a probability even to turn into a running flat here, meaning a short wave C in 5 waves. This is the most important thing. Like you get an impulse in 5 waves, getting exactly at the middle or the bottom here or the middle line for this flat and then pushing toward the upside. So this is a running flat and very likely to happen because what is going on here as psychology, guys, is that the market is very bullish itself. But at the same time, the higher you get, the more bears you get as well at the same time. This is a problem. Like there is a bullish sentiment, okay, but each time the market push a little bit higher, everyone sells. A little bit higher, everyone sells again, testing the area. Oh, we're still bullish, and then pushing down again. What I mean with this, the market is not confident for such an impulse. Okay, we need confidence, guys. And when confidence is not there in the copper for something very, very bullish, we gotta be careful. Okay, we might drop a little bit here and then pushing toward the upside again. And this might transform to a large wave B there, meaning a large wave A, then ABC for a wave B, and then pushing higher for a massive wave C. This is what I'm expecting for the copper, guys. Now, if we dive a little bit inside it on the 1 hour chart, well, we can see also on the hour chart, we are still there open for something downwards, especially after finishing here, kind of like a small impulse for this move up here and starting unfolding an A, B by taking the high there in a wave C. Very unusual opening here as a potential expanding diagonal. Now, in case that this is a far possible scenario here, as you can see, our retracement, our red box, by the way, is taken perfectly. And the reaction was given perfectly. So we still there open for the ending diagonal as normal contracting diagonal. But the expanding, of course, is only once we reach the 1-to-1 Fibonacci level, meaning the wave 4 is longer than wave 2. So far, this is not happening, I would say. The things can still push toward the downside. But if we see something like very bullish again without taking the low here, we gotta be careful from something pushing a little bit higher and then again down in an expanding diagonal because the shoppiness is incredible as well in on the micro level. So be careful with the copper. Is not confident as much as you might hear, yeah, or as much as you might see it on the macro level, because the micro level are a little bit scary. Yeah, so there are some fears from this chart, guys. There is no confident again. Okay, this is the problem. So that was the psychology for the copper explained, and we're gonna see also platinum first before aluminum. So for the platinum as well, let's go all-time history and see how this chart is working there. So basically, this chart is very interesting because we started also a new psychology here that has no relation with the history, where we have a W, X, and a wave Y finished in a triangle and pushing very massively toward the upside in a new impulse. And when you see a new impulse there, after such a move as a sideways, definitely this was in another era for platinum, guys, and currently we are in a new era as well for this metal, meaning definitely the market found something very interesting in platinum. I don't know, is it industrial or something else, but definitely there is something here going on as psychology, of course, for platinum. Now, what we are looking at, therefore, is a finished wave 1 or a wave A. Of course, it can be a large zigzag. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside, or A, B, and a C. In both case scenario, we are required, of course, a wave 2. Obviously, that this trend downward as a correction, still looking for the perfect fib level for wave 2 in case we are impulsive here. So we're looking for at least the 0.618, 1400. And not just that, we need to finish a structure ABC. Is the wave C finished? Well, okay, we're going to test this on the micro level. If not, we might still push downward. We got to be careful also from something as W, X, and a wave Y, meaning another zigzag to finish wave Y. So that is also a scenario which are both bearish. At the end, the direction is downward still. If we dive inside then on the 4-hour chart, where we have our wave B here, very likely unfolding after 3 waves down for A, B, and a C. Of course, it can be also a kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as an impulse, but so far this is looking corrective after an impulse, after a large one. Meaning, if this is a wave C, we are looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but obviously that the wave 5 has a problem here, which is the following. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. First thing of all, I want to test something here. If the wave 1 is shorter than the wave 3 is, this is a 1-to-1 fib level. Okay, yes, everything is fine. So wave 3 still, of course, longer than the wave 1. The wave 1 is taken there, by the way, ABC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 here is problematic. Meaning, if you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, again, it's very hard to call this also an impulse there to finish up here the wave 5. Meaning, let's say this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and then another wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. Where is the second double 1, 2? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Where is the 4 and a 5? Therefore, there is something as a problematic here. I see this as a whole impulse wave A, B, and a C here. Zigzag finished, meaning 3 waves. And that means it's an ABC expanding flat there, very likely to be finished here. And we start here to push toward the downside, sorry. We start to push toward the downside again. Even that a confirmation was given for higher, I mean, it's still there, possibly. But I would say, yeah, be careful with it. Um, since we didn't finish a pure impulse there, and this looks like a 3 waves, that is also a red flag. So I'm not convinced that directly we're gonna push for higher, unless, of course, since you took the confirmation, you might have here a 1, 2. But that means you have to consider that this is your finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somehow internally you have to close your eyes on it. Yeah, so something like that. But I still doubt it, guys. Okay, I still doubt it because also on the macro level, the chart is still aiming for the perfect fib level for wave 2, as we saw already, and very likely that we are shifting here for a larger wave 1 here, wave 2, and another wave 3, 4, and a 5 might still be unfolding to finish a wave 2 or a wave B. Yeah, so and also of course plus, if you want to have more evidence here for that, if we take the 1-to-1 fib level in confluence here, so let's start to put some targets there. So if you have a 1-to-1 Fibonacci level, well, it's very, very low here, below the 0.618, which is also a question mark. So let me open the 0.618. So this is the area in confluence. in this red zone where we are looking at, and also in precision for a 1-to-1 Fibonacci A, B, and a C to be hit, $1,312. This is where I'm looking for a something as bullish again. That was it for platinum, guys. Let's see the last one, which is aluminum. Now, aluminum is very aggressive. Well, it's almost aluminum like the same with the oil, because that was related, of course, to the Middle East tension, and the aluminum was very, I would say, blocked at that time. So once the Strait of Hormuz has opened, of course, psychology has changed. We pushed down, but anyway, we finished our impulse in any case, and we start to see an ending diagonal. So basically, what we're looking at here with aluminum on the daily first is something that it can be, of course, a triangle. So we gotta be careful with that. Or it can be an impulse in double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Now we're testing the impulse, of course, until the invalidation of the bullish is taken. If this invalidation is taken, which is $2,733, that means, of course, this can be something bearish again, and it opens a much higher probability again for the triangle. And that means once we get invalidation 2733, you can consider a wave C here, or a wave D, I think A, B, C, D, yes, and a wave E, yeah, to be finished. Then, of course, we're going to drop down, potentially 3 waves, and then pushing for higher again. So I still doubt this. I'm still, of course, giving priority for the impulse there as a wave 4, but don't forget that this wave 2 is not alternating yet the time. Yeah, the price it is kind of, but both anyway are deep and sharp. But the timing for wave 4 here is still required. Meaning, if we take the time here taken from this wave 2, we're looking for at least that area here as red zone. So as you can see, the time is not even, the minimum requirement is not even hit yet. So what I'm looking for is an ABC or a triangle, very likely here to unfold like this. This is only your wave A, because this is how normally triangle reacts, and then pushing for higher later on. But so far, this is not finished. So bearish is still much more dominant here. Even when we are pushing a little bit higher here on the micro level, we might get a wave B. So if this is a kind of like an impulse, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 here, this is your wave A. You're looking for a wave B and a wave C, something like that. So I'm going to mark this as an A, B, and a C to still be expected for a wave 2, reaching the minimum requirement time, as you can see here in our Fibonacci level as well. That was it for the copper, aluminum, and platinum. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.